Hello everyone. Some satellite photos to look at here of Millerovo Airbase and later on in the video, Kursk Airbase. They reveal something quite interesting, which we'll come to later. First, these images from October the 5th, which show what is based at Millerovo at the moment. So first, this section of the airbase, this is the western side. We can see 5 helicopters, either Mi-8 or Mi-17, or Mi-24 or Mi-35. I can't really tell, and they look quite similar from above. These are parked between the runway and the taxiway. Then, at the bottom, there's a row of Mig-29s along with Su-30. There's also a disassembled airframe. Going by the colour scheme, it looks to be a Su-30. Now remember these MiGs as they come up later on in the video. This is a storage area. These MiGs have been here for a while, and the area that they are is used for storage of old airframes. They haven't flown for a long time. Here, zoomed in, you can see that some of them are undergoing maintenance repairs. One, notably, has its wing off. Here, 7 more helicopters. Again, I can't tell which, whether it's Mi-8 or Mi-17 or Mi-24 or 35. I can't tell which as they look similar. And there is another helicopter at the bottom. Now, there's also a Tu-134 transport aircraft in the middle. At the bottom is what I believe to be a repair area, with an assortment of aircraft, including one of the helicopters and a pair of Su-25s, notable by the straight wing. Here is the main section of the base. Now, I don't want to get the image too cluttered up with text, as there is a lot here. But on this part of the base, we can see more helicopters on the grass between the taxiway and runway. Now, most of the aircraft here are Su-25s, very distinctive with their straight wing. But I've also highlighted some Su-24s, as these weren't known to be operating from Millerovo. Now, you may remember a week or so ago that a Su-24 crashed in Rostov, so it's looking like that Su-24 could have been flying from here. Also present here are Su-27s and Su-30s. At the bottom, I have highlighted another repair bay, featuring another disassembled airframe. Now, the aircraft in this section of the base are currently active. This isn't a storage area, and yet Russia has still based her jets close, grouped up, very close together. That is just crying out for a missile to land in the middle of them, if it's within range. I will look at that at the end of the video. And you have to think that Ukraine would like to hit this. Among the aircraft seen at the base are 19 Su-25s, 18 helicopters, 13 Mig-29s at the time this photo was taken, but not anymore, which we'll come to later, 4 Su-30s, 2 Su-24s, and 2 aircraft which are either Su-27 or Su-35. There's also a Tu-134 and a disassembled fighter of some description. So it's a really substantial base. The MiGs we will come to later on. First, remember those Mig-29s in the storage area? Let's see another, more blurry satellite image. Now, the image you see on screen now are 3 images of Millerovo Airbase. The one on your left is your bog standard Google Maps image, showing a section of the base used for storing Mig-29s, the bit which we've just seen. A blurry satellite image from September the 30th, top right, shows the Mig-29 still in the storage location. Then, a blurred image from October the 15th shows them gone. This suggests that these may have been redeployed. It suggests by some that they are going to be used in Ukraine, or they may have been moved elsewhere to be maintained and refurbished and brought back to a serviceable condition. Now again, these jets were in storage. The MiGs here hadn't flown for a while. And as we saw in the image on October the 5th, they did look to be undergoing maintenance, one having its wing replaced. This isn't the only satellite image showing Russian MiGs being removed from storage. This satellite image shows the same at Kursk Airbase. A Google map image on the left showing a storage area with Mig-29s, and then there are 2 satellite photos. One from July, showing they are still there, another from October the 16th, showing them gone. So that is 2 separate air bases which have had their Mig-29s removed from storage. Now, people have suggested these may be to use in Ukraine, and that is certainly a possibility. Russia, according to Oryx, has lost 59 aircraft, with 2 others confirmed as damaged. That is going to be eaten into their stockpile, so these could be sent to Ukraine as a replacement for lost units. Or, it's also possible, these Mig-29s may be rotated to other bases in Russia to replace units of more modern aircraft which may be sent to Ukraine. For example, a squadron of Su-30s from the east may be sent to Ukraine and these Mig-29s sent to replace them. So it will be interesting to see if we suddenly see some Mig-29s appear on Oryx. Now, going back to Millerovo and the big question, can Ukraine hit it? Well, it's tricky but not impossible. It is 162 kilometers from the front line, out of range for Mr. HIMARS, but if a TACMS does get sent and restrictions lifted, that could definitely reach. It's also within range of Neptune and Hrim too. And also a drone strike, though moving a slow-moving drone would have to get through a lot of Russian-occupied territory, meaning Russia's SAM coverage would have to be even leakier than we expect for a drone to hit Millerovo. So despite them grouping them together like this, very, very close together, the base is fairly secure for now, as far as we know. And just to cover my bases, let's check Kursk Airbase and see how far away it is. So as you can see here, Kursk is actually closer than Millerovo, 100 kilometers or so to Ukrainian territory. So this could actually be hit by Tochka-U, which has a range of 120 kilometers. It's also vulnerable to a drone. Now, a week or so ago, we saw a drone target Kursk Airbase, aiming for the Tu-22Ms, which you may remember. That airbase is even further away, over 200 kilometers, so Kursk is definitely a potential target. You may have noticed on the map's image that the aircraft at Kursk are separated in secure berths. So it is being seen as being a bit more vulnerable than Millerovo is, as the aircraft are separated and defended better in case of a possible attempt on them. So now, before we finish, a shout out to some patrons. Many thanks to Bruce, FD, Alex, Basil, Yavor, and Bill. I appreciate your support a lot. Thanks very much for supporting the channel and donating. It means a lot to me. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you can, click like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Thanks again, and take care everybody.